You're listening to the AOL Small Cap Show, powered by AGORACOM.com, the web's leading small cap portal.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm Al O'Grady, and with us today is the president and CEO of Nayarit Gold, Mr. Colin Sutherland. Nayarit Gold is a junior resource company dedicated to gold exploration in the proven precious metal districts of Mexico. Management's goal is to build a profitable resource company and maximize shareholder value through successful exploration programs and continued development. Nayarit Gold trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol NYG. Mr. Sutherland, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Al.
Okay. Colin, the date of today's recording, Thursday, April 30th. Recently, you had released some drill results from Phase 2 of your drill program at the Orion project last week, more specifically. Tell us more about that, if you could, please.
Sure, Al. The company continues to drill, as you said, its Phase 2 program with the objective of completing a 43-101 resource estimate by mid-2009. The focus of our drilling over the last little while has been predominantly on the Animas del Norte zone, which has been the main discovery zone for the company. And it's our objective to complete the drilling in that area. We probably have another 15 or 20 holes that we'll put in to that zone to finish off the drilling and then move to the resource calc. We've identified some other targets to the east and west of the discovery zone. And if you look at it from an aerial standpoint, the Animas del Norte zone is within a structure that probably goes about 4.2 kilometers. So to the west, we've got the San Francisco mine, which is an area that had some previous workings on it. We've put some holes in there, have some fairly good results from that area. Sebastiana is another area that we're focused on. We had some minor intercepts, but showed some very good grades, closer to 18, 19 grams per ton gold equivalent. And then over to the east, the Pantaleona area, this is an area that the company is going to focus heavily on, and we believe, based on some preliminary indications, that we may be on to our next ore shoot. So once we've completed the drilling in those areas, that'll give us a better indication of where we stand from our target of 1 million gold equivalent ounces. And at that point in time, we can cut off the drilling and move to the resource calculation. Okay. Is it primarily a gold play that you're looking at? No. You know what? We see actually gold and silver. If you equate it to value, it's like an 80 to 1. But, you know, in some of the areas, we see predominantly more gold. In some of the areas, we see a very strong mix of gold and silver. You know, it's just depending on where we are in the system and how the geology is playing out. Okay, is this an area play, or are you out there all by yourself? Well, we've actually consolidated about 105,000 hectares in the area. So the footprint we've got in the state of Nayarit is probably one of the largest of any of the companies out there. We've got all of our claims are contiguous. You know, we really have control over the entire district. If you look at it from a scale standpoint, one of the important factors is that the Animas del Norte discovery zone, which is becoming a very well-defined, from a drilling standpoint, area, is over about an 800-meter strike length. And so when you look at it, it's relatively and it is a very small portion of our overall land package. We've seen evidence of workings all over the place. Given that the area is a little more covered, it just takes our geologists a little bit more time to do their work in order to find the discovery zones. So, you know, the advantage is that the area has excellent project infrastructure, and as most of our listeners may or may not know, we were successful in building 2 previous mines in Mexico. And when we look at this area, the infrastructure in the area, given that it's got a main highway cutting right through the concessions, it's got industrial power in the area, we've got adequate water, there's a very stable workforce in the region. It's got all the elements of success in order to build a mine. And that's obviously our objective, is to push this forward to production as quick as we can.
Okay. For someone that's new to your story, maybe they're just kind of kicking the tires and taking a look at junior resource companies and so forth, could you just give us a brief overview as far as the company is concerned, and maybe even a general overview as far as the project as well?
Sure. The company's been around since 2005. Our management team came in mid to late 2007. And we completed the rest of the management team additions in 2008 with the additions of Hal Stewart, our VP of Exploration, and Brad Langell, our strategic advisor to Latin America. So I would argue we've probably got one of the strongest technical teams, and these gentlemen have been successful in finding over 10 million ounces in Mexico. So they've got a great track record, which is important in this industry. We started our program in late 2007, and we've been ongoing ever since. Since January 2008, the company has raised $22.5 million. We think that's very significant for listeners to understand from a junior resource standpoint, because we do have a successful track record in raising money, and obviously that's evidenced by the placements that we've done over the last little while. So the company commands some respect in the junior space, given that we do have the track record. We're on to some significant discovery in the area, and it's really the objective of the company to continue checking off the boxes in order to get this thing towards production as quick as we can. So, we're excited given that as I mentioned, we've got a very large footprint. We've been focused on an area that's about 4.2 kilometers of strike length. We're seeing workings and showings all over the place, and obviously you just need a little bit of time for these things to come to fruition. We're very aggressive in nature, and I think that's obvious by what we've accomplished in a relatively short period of time.
Okay, Colin, you were talking about financing, and on a similar note, markets certainly have been challenging over the last 6 months or so. How have you guys been able to manage to weather the storm?
Well, I think the main objective there of our company is that when we've done our financings and we've looked at raising money, we're always focused on bringing shareholders in that have a long-term nature or long-term view of their investments, and certainly that was the case with our first success at Gammon Gold, where shareholders were coming in around the same levels, about 50 cents, and obviously that stock went to a high of $22. Most of the shareholders that we have brought in on our financings from an institutional standpoint and retail standpoint understand that it takes time to develop these deposits. But if you've got the showings that we do in the area and the potential that we demonstrate for the project, and certainly what we've drilled off, I think it's exciting for them. They recognize that really the values will come within the next 18 to 24 months. And our shareholders are willing to wait that long. So it's really a testament to the quality of the shareholders that we do have in the story, and the patience that they will demonstrate with the management team. Okay.
Are you focusing all of your efforts entirely on the Orion project, or do you have other sites that you're having a look at as well?
100% of our time is focused on Orion. We are always looking at opportunities within Latin America. We do believe right now that there are some tremendous opportunities because of the depressed valuations in the junior sector. One of the things that we can bring to the table is a strong management team that has an ability to finance and has a track record of building mines in Latin America. So, we are looking at opportunities that are out there. If we see something that could be accretive for our shareholders, then obviously that's something we'll pursue and see if we can come to a transaction that perhaps accelerates this company a little bit quicker to the production scenario.
Colin, I might be putting you on the spot here, and if I am, I apologize for that. I talk to a lot of presidents and CEOs of junior mining resource companies and so forth, and I always ask them, what sets you apart from the guy down the street? If there's an investor that's listening to this interview and they're looking for a junior resource play, what sets you apart from your competitor?
Well, I think we've touched on a couple of those areas already. One is our strong ability to raise money. As I mentioned, we did the $22.5 million over the last 14 months, which in this environment is probably a testament to the quality of the management team and very well reputable institutions that are betting more on the jockeys than they are on the horse. Given our track record in Mexico, building 2 mines and creating probably about close to $2.5 billion of value over the last number of years, I think sets us apart in that we've been down this road before. We know what it takes to develop a mine. We know Mexico very well. We've established some great contacts. And like I said, with us, it's just being patient and recognizing that we are going through the appropriate steps to build a mine. And we are driven by creating shareholder value. Okay.
Colin, we've quickly run out of time, but as always, I leave my guest with the last word. Any final thoughts, anything you'd like to add right now?
I think we've touched on a lot of areas, Al. For any of the listeners out there that have further questions, they can certainly contact myself directly here in Halifax. We look forward to the continued success of the company, and we believe there's some exciting times ahead of us. Okay.
On that note, Colin, I want to thank you very much for your time and sharing your thoughts with us about Nayarit Gold.
All right. Thank you, Al.
Okay. And Nayarit Gold trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol NYG. And you've been listening to Colin Sutherland, President and CEO of Nayarit Gold, on today's Small Cap Show, produced by AGORACOM. I'm Al O'Grady. Thanks for joining us.